Hey guys, it's Lady Justine here. I'm currently going by candlelight. Yay! Look at that, it's beautiful. Get stuff out during Halloween time at what do you call it? At Yankee Candle. So okay, things that are going on. I haven't actually made an update to you guys in a long time. It's been a while. There's been a lot of stuff happening in my life. I've been losing weight, which is good, and start of the year, you guys will be able to go to a new channel, not just this one, but an actual daily blog channel and it's like a daily blog that will also like keep you guys on tabs of what I'm doing to help me lose weight. I really, 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 really am dedicated to this, and this is because some stuff that's been going down in my life, and it's time. I'm sick and tired of this. Oh, check this out. These cheeks are not for pinching. They're not for pinching. Alright, early in December, I was admitted to a hospital. Oh my god, that hurt. I shouldn't have done that. Especially with this problem. Alright, I was admitted to a hospital near my mom's house, and the hospital did a CAT scan. Okay, what happened is when I would eat, right in here, but not in the jaw part, which is down here, which is weird, right in the cheeky area. Oh my god, I hurt it so bad doing that. But technically on this left side, the cheeky area would hurt, and it wouldn't be chewing, and it wouldn't be swallowing. It would just be putting the food in my mouth, plain and simple. Or drooling would do it too. This side of my ear was hurting, and it was swelled, and so bad. So we weren't sure what was going on, and I talked to my doctor, and she was like, your face is so swelled, so bad. But she couldn't give me any antibiotic because all she knew was antibiotics that I was allergic to. And so she was like, yeah, I'm this close from sending you to the hospital. And I saw her twice in a week, and they were 2-hour-long visits, and she was like, what do I do? I don't know what to do for you. Because I've already been sick. I've been sick for a while with something else, and I'm not going to get into that. But she was like, oh my god, what are we going to do? So I ended up, wow. Edward needs to shave his face. Well, I know I can, like, grow facial hair pretty damn quick. Do it better than my brother. Okay. So yeah. Went to the doctor, and she was like, I'm thinking about sending you to the hospital. But I'm not going to say exactly go. Not unless you want to, or. So she was like, by tomorrow, if you don't feel good, then go to the hospital. So it's like, fine. Next day, I still can't eat. I couldn't eat for a whole week. It was a week of no food. Are you freaking kidding me? Yogurts and puddings do not get you by in a whole week. So, with that, I kind of was like, yay, shut off all by itself. With that, I was like, awesome. Okay, so doctors. We're going to the doctors. Went to the ER. Doctor couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me there. Nope. I went to South County ER. And, they were like, I don't know. They gave me a CAT scan, and they were like, we gotta send you to a different hospital. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? If you've got to send me to a different hospital, then you don't know what the hell's wrong with me. So, I was medevaced to Rhode Island Hospital, where they, were really, really close to admitting me with a glandular infection and a lymph node infection, which is apparently really, really bad and really close to having, like, blood infection and stuff. Terrible thing. Guys, if you can avoid it as all hell. So, I was dealing with that. And then a couple days later, which I hadn't been able to see my parents because my parents and the people that were living with my parents had the flu. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen my dad, I haven't seen my mom, I miss them both, oh my god. So, a couple days later, I'm home, and I'm trying to recover, and my mom goes, oh, we think we need to take your dad to the hospital. I was like, okay, hopefully it's just the flu, and they can give him something for it, and it will go away. Simple as that, right? So, I hate this too. They take him to South County Hospital, and he gets to the hospital, and they find out that my father has had a staph infection. Really? Where did this thing come from? It practically formed itself overnight, but was deep down in his body before it. So it'd been like in his body for a few months, and I guess didn't form an actual wound until like later on. My father, by the way, I believe is 67. So, is it 67? Yeah, somewhere around there. So I was like, alright. So what's this mean? And my mother told me that they couldn't like control his blood pressure, and so they were like worried about him and worried that he would like pass away. So they admitted him. He allowed them like a 36-hour time period, and if they couldn't come up with like an idea of what the hell was wrong with him, that he would leave. And so that's around 5 o'clock the following morning. Around 5 o'clock the following morning, I've been talking to my sister because I was really worried because they were saying that his blood pressure is just uncontrolling, and it was weird. So, my mom calls. She says, your sister's coming to get you right now. Just pack your things. Let's go. Go. I'll see you here in the hospital in a little while. So I get to the hospital, and I found out that they had moved my father from a regular hospital bed to the ICU. This is terrible. The most devastating thing I'd ever seen. I get to the ICU, and me and Misfit, or some of you know him as Chibi Misfit on DA, and stuff. But my partner and I, we get there and we see my dad and we talk to him. He seems okay, but he's speaking in like riddles, which is typical for diabetics. It's something that happens on occasion, especially if you're in a diabetic reaction or something like that. So we just like, toss it off to the side. He was creeping me out, though. He did creep me out. So, Mom talks to the doctor. The doctor says the infection has made him septic. And guys, if you don't know what septic means it attacked his heart, and there's nothing more that they could do. So, my mom talks to the people at the hospital and talks to hospice and all this. And we bring my dad home. Now, my dad is conscious for another 12 hours, maybe. They really didn't think he'd live past the night. But he gets home around like 6. They bring him home around 6 o'clock at night, and he's conscious for another 12 hours. My father, when he becomes unconscious, or not unconscious, but like uncoherent, it was pretty weird. And I don't know, I sat there by his side a lot, and I talked to him, and we listened to music, and I just told him how much I loved him and everything. The doctors didn't think he'd make it through the first night home, which was that Monday. My father made it through 3 hurdles. One was waiting for my brother Steve to get there. The second one was this one night on a Wednesday night, which I'll post pictures someplace of it. It's when all of his kids we gathered around him, and we did like shots, and we said nice things, and we talked, and we shared memories. And my father's always he's never one for funerals, so it was like, yeah, our last hurrah. And my dad was a great man, because he was a police officer, he was in the National Guard, he did all sorts of things. He was helping me with cosplay. He did a lot of work with me for certain things. He was always the guy I went to. But then, so Wednesday we thought he was going to pass away too. And luckily he didn't. Then, by the way, 10-inch wound that had formed on his body, that was where the infection had come from, which we didn't know he had until a couple days before he went to the hospital. It wasn't 10 inches then, but when he went in the hospital, it became 10 inches. But when the wound was last seen Friday morning, it was virtually healed up. He was like his almost as if he was just going to jump out of bed and start dancing. And I'll tell you what, my father's been in a wheelchair a lot of my life. He went into a wheelchair about 10 years ago. And so it's weird to say, yeah, I thought he was going to get up and just start to groove and dance and stuff, but he didn't. My mom held out through a lot of it, but Friday was her last straw, and so she finally laid. We had to help her. We had to help her with a lot of things, which I didn't have a problem with. We laid her down, got her into bed, made her comfortable. My sister was sick. My sister was sick, and I was taking care of her too. And so me and my brother Steve are taking care of my mom and my sister. And we laid my mom down with my dad on a Friday night and let the dog be at her feet. Hold on. Hey! So we let the dog be at Dad's feet. At this point, my dad had been on oxygen for almost a week. It was so weird. Me and my brother Steve went in to go check on my mom and my dad to see how they were doing, because they were asleep. At one point in the night, though, he was whispering in my mom's ear. He was whispering in her ear. And saying some stuff to her about how he was sorry and how much he loved her. And it was weird, because he hadn't spoken for almost the whole week. And then he's just laying there next to my dad and my mom, who is completely asleep, and he's whispering these kind words to her. My brother goes in around almost 2 o'clock in the morning, because my dad needed his medicine and my mom needed to be looked upon. And while my mom was sleeping in my father's arms, while his dog was laying at his feet, my daddy slipped into the night. It's really hard, because I haven't cried about it, and even now I can't cry. It's like right there. Like I want to, And I've been really, really wanting to, and all I can think is these really sweet, tender moments that he would do. And it was moments that make you sad, not like the memory of his death, you know? So that's been what it's been like in the last couple weeks. My dad passed away, December 22nd, just a couple days before Christmas. But he made a family a whole, and even after he dies, he's died, he's made this family a whole. So I guess it's fitting that I'm doing this vlog in candlelight, but I'm technically sitting here making sure that my house didn't explode. And the heater is acting all weird. We have no heat. It's freezing cold in here. It's recently snowed. It snowed yesterday. So, yeah. I gotta go, guys. It's beyond 15 minutes. And probably YouTube won't let me upload this. So let's hope it will. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Hope you have a good new year. And see you on the new vlog. And I will make a new channel. And then I will make a vlog for you guys so you guys can go follow me on the new channel. Bye.